how to build relationships with the stakeholders to innovate. And of course, it's all about innovation. So if you want to work with stakeholders, the key part is focusing on getting to know them. If we stick to the example of the CEO and the CFO, how much do you know about the CEO? How much do you know about the stakeholders in general? Sometimes it's just surface. Yeah, I know that's the CEO and I know that he has this role. And of course, maybe if it's the CFO, you might know a little bit more. But in the end, is you need to know way more than you think. You need to know what do they like, what do they read, what do they engage with, what do they do on their personal life, what do they do in general, what are their interests. Maybe they're sports people, maybe they're runners, maybe they like football, maybe they like sailing, maybe they like golfing, whatever. All of that is about getting to know them. And if you then engage with them, you focus on listening. You focus on listening to that person, engaging with that person to truly understand them, because we all like to talk about ourselves and we all like to be seen from other people. CEOs in the same way like we are, in the same way like anyone else in the whole world. So it's about spending time with that person and or getting someone else helping you to spend time with that person, and then listening. Value their background and their knowledge. It's not just listening, it's acknowledging them, their value and their knowledge they have, and don't focus on asking. So when you work with stakeholders, it's not about asking to them to give towards you, it's also what can you do to them. And that's where we go into one of my big principles, is how do you create win-win situations between the different stakeholders, but as well between your initiative and the different stakeholders. So if we take back the example with the CEO, what is the value for the CEO and the company, because this person is responsible for the company, to do this initiative? If you're not able to articulate the value to that person and the organization, you will not be able to convince that person to kind of work with you, to support you. So it's then again on an individual level, because we're all humans, we all kind of look for an incentive for ourselves, that you need to go deeper. And that's why the stakeholder mapping is so important. And then going deeper again for understanding, listening, researching them, and truly understanding how can you build a relationship with that person, which is longer focused than just how can you get this person to support you. If you focus on true relationship management with the different stakeholders over years, even if it's a smaller project, and I can tell you, I am still in relationships and in contact with people who have been in steering committees, I don't know, 10 years ago, in projects I was running. It's a long-term opportunity for you to build true relationships, but as well, it helps you to be successful inside of the organization and successful with that initiative. Same way in the external world. We have a German saying, you always see another person twice, and you will always see each other again. So when you work with an external stakeholders, how can you bring a long-term win-win perspective with the stakeholder?